You get nervous whenever you have to talk to a stranger, right? But I believe that being nervous is not new to you. You were nervous on first day of your school. You were nervous when you first rode the bike. You were nervous when you wrote your first exam. Weren't you? Yeah, you were. But now all of the nervousness is under your control. You know why? Because you are a fighter. And just like any other skill, speaking in English is also a skill that can be mastered by constant practice, that only a fighter like you can do. But how? So in this video I'll share 5 tips that will help you to speak confidently in English to anyone. Okay, so let's talk about that. So we've always been told that do not talk to strangers, but I beg to differ here, because every stranger comes with an opportunity to learn something new, an opportunity to experience that you've never had, or to hear a story that you've never heard before. So whenever you come across a stranger and you feel like I want to talk to him or her, just break the ice. Break the ice means say something. Okay, be an initiator. Don't wait for them to approach you. What? It is really hard to say that first word. Okay, you tell me, what is the worst that can happen? Maybe they will not talk to you. Well, they are not talking to you now. You know what? I truly believe that the first word acts as a floodgate. Once you say that first word, everything else just flows. So gather the enthusiasm, the positivity, the energy, put on a big smile and just say hi. अब आपने हाय बोल दिया तो ये मत सोचो कि मैंने सामने वाले को इम्प्रेस करना है. नो, बी नॉर्मल. अगर आप ऐसा सोचोगे तो आपको स्ट्रेस होगा और आप ना जल्दी जल्दी बोलने लगोगे एंड यू एंड अप फॉरगेटिंग समथिंग और गेटिंग स्टक. If you want to sound more confident, try speaking slowly. Because when you take your time, speak calmly, people can understand you better and it portrays you a lot more confident. On the other hand, when you speak really fast, it can make you sound like you are trying too hard to prove something or you are in a hurry. Okay, so you do not need to rush, you do not need to defend yourself, you do not need to impress anybody. It's okay to pause and gather your thoughts. It's perfectly fine to give yourself that little extra time before you respond. Whenever you want a stranger to trust you, start your conversation by asking them for a little favor. It could be as little as asking for a glass of water, or borrowing their phone for a quick call, or just checking if your dress is looking fine or your hair is okay. It is a psychological tip and it works, because whenever you ask someone for a little favor, it builds trust. They feel valued. They think like their opinion matters to you. So give this tip a try and ask someone for a little favor and see how the conversation flows. Do you know, people just love talking about themselves. So if you want to build a connection, make the conversation all about them. This has 2 benefits. Number 1, you will learn more about them and the conversation will likely to be longer. Number 2, when you shift your mental focus from yourself to them, like their opinion, their interest, that is where your nervousness goes down. It really works. Listen to their answers carefully so that you can ask more questions based on their response. And please do not get stuck in small usual talks like, how are you? What's new? I'm fine, nothing much, same old. No. Ask something personal like, interesting name. How did your parents come up with it? Is there any story behind it? Where do you come from? Or where does your family live? Or what kind of music do you like the most? Answers to these questions are always something personal, are always something unique. But before asking these questions, make sure the other person is interested in talking to you. Okay, observe how open they appears. If they're busy in their phone, if they're not interested, avoid making even small talks with them. Do not force anybody to talk to you, because it will not create a genuine bond, genuine connection, or it will not leave a great memory. No matter how good you are, no matter how well you behave, there will always be some people who will not like you. And it's totally okay. Don't be too hard on yourself. Let them have their own opinion. You do not judge yourself based on what others think. People have their own worries, priorities, insecurities on their mind. Maybe someone had a tough day, fought with his wife, or didn't get a job they wanted. So don't let it bother you. And if someone does not feel like talking to you, it's okay. Just move on, find someone else to talk with. Remember why you are doing this. You are doing this to gain confidence, to upskill your English speaking skills. You are not here to build relations. In the end, I would say if you spend 5 to 7 minutes talking with someone, then you have done a great job. That's fantastic. Keep it up and don't hesitate to continue the conversation next time. On this note, see you soon in the next one. Until then, keep learning.